the fuck is this, bro?
Tell me.
Okay, there we go. That's a little better.
Good day for a W.
Great day for a W. Oh, Rafi Devers taking BP right now. Oh my god. I'm not listening to this.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
We know the first names.
Yep. I guess New Jersey numbers.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me loud and clear? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. The umps, those bush league umps.
What?
Wait, yeah, did you hear that?
He left here at 4:30 in the morning to get here by 8 o'clock from Sacramento. Bro, Sacramento was like maybe 2 hours.
To get from Sacramento
Yeah.
to here.
What did you like? Did you run here?
He must have the back room. This is on
Why?
I go to Sacramento and every off day we have a family out there like
What's in
Woodland.
Sacramento?
My family. My dad
Oh, cool.
my dad lived in Dixon. He went to Dixon High School.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then my aunt lives in Woodland. Woodland area.
Okay.
By Davis. Then I have family in Davis, Woodland, Dixon. I have family in Sacramento. We're out there. I have an uncle in Oakland.
Damn, you got them all over.
Wait, uncle, no?
Yeah.
What part?
Shit, I don't know. I haven't seen him in like 6 years. I just found out I had an uncle out there.
Oh, cool.
Scoreboard,
You still need the lineup?
Oh, sideline?
oh yeah, sideline. Yeah, I just put the batting order.
I can probably gonna be on this tonight too.
Alright, sounds
You know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Just make sure that you're subbing the guys out when like a new guy comes in on the innings side. You don't have to do their side, just our side.
Yeah.
And please do the pitcher too. Sub out pitcher if the new pitcher comes in.
For us or for both?
Only us.
What about the sunshine?
He likes to switch lineups around a lot.
Yeah, and it is summer ball too. So.
Yeah. Yo, you see what Pavlovich just tweeted out? A video of Devers taking reps at first base. And he's like, dude, if Devers starts at first base Friday night, That would be the funniest thing ever.
He's DHing tonight, though, right?
Yeah. But he's taking GBs at first right now. That'd be so fun. What if we just stuck him in center field or something like that?
He's taking BP too. It looks really good.
No shit.
I'm so excited, man.
Oh my! I can't. This is like this is.
Lineup in their lineup. I think.
I mean, this is probably the biggest trade in Giants franchise history.
Yeah. No, it is.
I mean, the other big one, like Beltran, was big, but I mean, he wasn't 28 in his prime. He was kind of on the downfall.
He wasn't signed to a mega contract.
No. Yeah, he's automatically by far the biggest contract because Adames wasn't even 200. He was like 190 or something, right?
Do you want to read it to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have Major? Ryland's second in left field.
Favors got the lineup.
Number 12. Then, yep. Then Jeremiah, batting third.
Wait, sorry, where's Major? Is he center?
Major is
23, that says?
he's 23.
Okay, who's third?
Jeremiah. He's number 3. Oh, does it already know?
Yep.
And he's shortstop.
Well, because the game is
Batting fourth is
How about this?
DH. Number 21.
He already knows he's pitching.
Yeah, because I put
And
it
DH.
as a pitcher.
Oh,
Then
is a lineup here?
Turner.
Yeah, no, it's in there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. My bad.
Number 5.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's good. I thought you had to do it on here
In
before you
right
do it
field.
on there. Yep.
Nah, like this is
Then
for like
Mendoza.
for me to take a note. So I just have like a digital lineup. So.
Thank you.
Number 11.
Okay.
Catching. Then Luna. You know what it is?
Yeah.
Number 22. First base.
I would keep it sideways.
Then Latimer. Yep. Number 9. At second base. Then Ditmar.
Honestly, that's probably easier for you. I would stand it.
Number 7.
Oh, that would be pretty
At
easy. That'd be way easier.
then the pitching is Taylor. He's number 19. Yep. Yeah, it's like a. Do you want me to fill your?
Go. No, I filled mine up. I queued. It's somewhere, but I'm good. But I just didn't know there was one here. Spencer, lineup sitting sent to you.
I got it. Do you want it?
I got it.
Okay. Zary, get off your phone, man. Lock in. Shit.
Spencer, I'm calling him in like under and 6.
Yeah, now that Halliburton's hurt.
Yeah.
Looks really good. You're right, though. You were telling me. No, it's not that.
Where the umps at? We're working on their clock. I'll say that. Say it like that. Sleep.
Huh?
Sleep.
Yeah. I didn't sleep at all last night.
Nah.
Then having to wake up at 8's killing me.
Diego has one more year at oh wait, no. Okay, no, he's not. Actually, yeah, no, he does. I was saying, yeah, Diego's got one more year at Bologna, right?
Are you talking to us?
Anybody.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was asking if does Diego have one more year at Bologna?
No idea.
I think Synergy said that he's pitched there for 2 years.
Okay.
So I would presume that means that he's like
I'm gonna DoorDash something, bro.
Okay, so yeah, maybe then he's just uncommitted then. Okay. Alright, well, chill time.
this is his first year.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him all year. So. Alright, chill.
So let's see.
About to get ready for some Tuesday night baseball here on the peninsula as we bring you live coverage of the California Collegiate League as we come to you live from the College of San Mateo baseball field here in San Mateo, California, once again for tonight's coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream. As tonight, it is another bout between these two Bay Area collegiate summer teams in the CCL North Division, as it will be once again the visiting Alameda Merchants coming back a week removed after their win over the Legends from last Tuesday, taking on your Menlo Park Legends. And hello again, once again, everybody. It's Philip Hall on the call here in the booth. As tonight we have a rematch between these two Bay Area rivals, as the Alameda Merchants currently sit second place in the CCL North Division at 8-3, coming to tonight off of a 3-game weekend series sweep over the San Francisco Seagulls. Last week, Alameda was here in San Mateo for a midweek matchup against the Legends, winning 9-3, fueled by a strong offensive output from the Merchants' hefty lineup, where Ben Giovannetti, Jace Jeremiah, Jackson Nystrom, Emmett Feeney, and Ben Ryland totaled up for 8 RBIs to the 1 unearned run they scored here at CSM Baseball Field last Tuesday for a 9-run output. They will look to go for their 4th straight win and their climb to first in the division before they see the Seagulls again tomorrow at home in one of 2 matchups against San Francisco they will have this week. As for the Legends coming into today, it was reported from the California Collegiate League in their first edition of the Week 2 Power Rankings. The Legends were selected number 8 in Week 2 of the California Collegiate League Power Rankings at 3-6 in league play, but want to look past another rough series they had against a CCL North Division rival, dropping 3 of 4 against the Sonoma Stompers in a weekend home-and-home series. Going back to Sunday's doubleheader, the Legends pitching struggled to keep runs off the board from the bullpen arms, where they allowed 7 earned against the Stompers in Game 1 and also hit 7 Sonoma batters. In Game 2, the pitching would see a huge 180 with a strong outing from starter Jace Villanueva, who went 8 1/3 innings pitched with 4 strikeouts and only 2 earned before he was relieved in the 9th inning. However, he was not able to get the run support he needed from the Legends' bats, as the team was outscored 29-17 in the 4 games played in Sonoma and here in San Mateo. The Legends will look to change their pitching woes in the 3 remaining games of their 5-game homestand against 3 different division opponents starting tonight. We're going to see an interesting matchup here between these two, as this will be the second time that the Legends and the Merchants will be facing off, the second time that they'll be facing off here at CSM Baseball Field here in San Mateo. But for Nick Sanzeri's squad, he's definitely looking to have strong improvement on the mound tonight, as getting his first start of the summer will be Diego Menjivar. And Diego Menjivar, as everybody knows, was a pupil of Coach Sanzeri at Ohlone College this season, putting together a pretty strong season in Ohloni's run in the 3C 2A regionals. So we're going to hope to see a good outing from Menjivar, as he's currently uncommitted after wrapping up 2 seasons at Ohlone, finishing out his JUCO career. But this should be a summer for him to prove why he could be a solid arm going into a 4-year once he does commit. But on the other side, for the Merchants, they have to be thankful not to see Jade Bitter, who pitched last time out against the Merchants in their 9-3 win last week, as getting the ball tonight will be Chase Taylor. Chase Taylor, definitely a solid arm for the Merchants coming into tonight. He's an incoming redshirt sophomore out of Chula Vista, California, playing at Coalinga College and a product of Bonita Vista High. But in 2025 season at Coalinga, Taylor appeared in 15 games in a limited relief role for the Falcons, demonstrating his growing aptitude on the mound. As a senior of Bonita Vista High and Chula Vista, he pitched 7 2/3 innings with a 5.48 ERA and recorded 8 strikeouts in his high school career. So limited action across the board and limited innings on the mound for the man from Chula Vista. But we're going to see how the Merchants can favor with him getting the ball tonight from their head coach in TC Fairfield. But the Merchants, who come in at 8-3, look to push more to the top of the CCL North Division. And for the Legends, they're looking to build on getting some recognition from the CCL this week in the power rankings, being selected as one of the 10 teams at number 8 in the power rankings coming into this week. But we're going to have a good game for you tonight. Hope that we can bring you some solid coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball, as we will take a quick break here. But when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and first pitch here from San Mateo for a Tuesday night edition of the California Collegiate League, as it will be the Alameda Merchants taking on your Menlo Park Legends right here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Yeah, he's talking to Hawaii, Maine, and someone else.
We're good.
Spencer, did you upload anything for the website? Or is that tonight? Spencer?
No, because you didn't want me to recap the 0 for 2 weekend, right?
Did we get Saturday and Jordan did it already?
Jordan did Saturday, the
no
win,
point
yeah.
doing Sunday, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, if he didn't... Oh, shit. If he didn't do... If he didn't do Saturday, I would have recapped Saturday today. But I'll do these home games during the weekend.
Is there any way I could DoorDash something out here?
Stay hot, stay hot.
I need an energy drink.
If I DoorDash something, will you pick it up?
He kind of can't.
I can't.
Why are you doing that?
Because I'm hungry now, bro, and I wasn't hungry 30 minutes ago.
I'm gonna fall asleep. I literally just fell asleep sleeping right now.
What is wrong with this thing right now?
No. We got the same umpire behind the plate as last week on Sunday. Okay. All right. Watch this. Watch this amazing announcement right here.
Don't troll. Don't troll.
No, just say pitching for the Legends. Pitching for the Legends, Diego. I don't know his last name. Menjivar.
God, 0 for 1.
My fault, Menji.
Told you that's a troll.
No, I didn't. It's because we call him Menji. We don't call him Menjivar. How hard was it?
Oh, no. I don't see. We'll see it when he's
I like Phillips because you're in the middle of everything. Hey, let me get a quick shout out. They're watching every single game.
We're back here in San Mateo, about to get ready for this Tuesday night matchup between the Alameda Merchants and the Menlo Park Legends. Hello again, everybody. It's Philip Hall on the call. Happy to be back with you after an off day where the Legends trying to erase the doubleheader sweep they had against the Sonoma Stompers, trying to get a get-back win against the Merchants, who are coming in as one of the hottest teams in the CCL at the moment, currently sitting in second place in the CCL North Division. As tonight, the Merchants are looking to go for their fourth straight win after getting a series sweep against a fellow North Division rival in the San Francisco Seagulls just up the road in San Bruno. We're going to give the starting lineup here for the Merchants, as leading off will be Dominic Nahar, the top hitter in the CCL at the moment. Ben Ryland playing left field. Nahar will be playing center field. Jace Jeremiah bats third, playing shortstop. Emmett Feeney is a designated hitter, batting fourth. Cy Turner is in right field, batting fifth. Mateo Mendoza is behind the dish at catcher, batting sixth. Angelo Luna playing first base, batting seventh. Caden Latimer bats eighth, playing second base. And to round out the order in the 9-hole is Chase Dittmer, who will be playing third base tonight. And for the Legends on the mound, it will be Ohlone Renegade Diego Menjivar, as Diego Menjivar wrapping up his last final JUCO season with the Renegades under Coach Nick Sanzeri, who served as the pitching coach for the Renegades. But right now, Diego Menjivar is still uncommitted, but has been talking to a few Division I schools to continue his collegiate career. As you will see Dominic Nahar, who steps in to lead off the game. First pitch misses high for ball one. As first pitch is at 5:05 p.m. Bit of a cool but short sleeve night here on the peninsula. About just under 70 degrees. Hardly any wind. There's a fly ball hit out to right by Nahar, but it's going to go foul as Isaiah Landry tried to run it down but loses his hat in the process. Count at 1-1. Coming into tonight, Dominic Nahar, he's been on a tear, folks. Currently leads the league in hits, but was cold in the Seagulls series, going 1 for 8. But he has 6 multi-hit games so far on the summer. As the standout from Cal State East Bay, wrapping up his freshman year there, he actually took home the school's Freshman Student Athlete Award. He looks at a strike from Menjivar across the fastball. Whereas Diego Menjivar looking to try to work the corners here. He could get it up there in about the high 80s, maybe touching the low 90s. Here's the 1-2 pitch from him. And Nahar try to fight that one off. He sends it foul over near the Legends dugout, but it's going to go out of play. Count remains 1-2 strikes. Our umpires for tonight. Behind home plate is Gus Cardova. Over at first base, Paul Remedios. And at third base, Constantine Bartlett. Oh, some familiar faces as far as the umpiring crew that we've seen here the past few games at CSM Baseball Field. Now Menjivar will reset for the 1-2 pitch to Nahar. Now it's hit on the ground over to second. Picked up. Throw on the first in time. As Deuce Filter, who's playing first base tonight, able to get the first out of the ball game. I'll give you the defensive assignment for the Legends. Behind home plate is Will Robbins at first base, Will Anderson, Deuce Filter at second. James Bose is playing third base tonight. Tucker Beal is at short. Quincy Villa in left field. TJ Smallsley in center, and Isaiah Landry is playing right field. Here comes Ben Ryland stepping in. Left-handed hitter. Menjivar missing just a bit high. And one of the things that the Legends are looking to improve pitching-wise is trying to get ahead against batters. That's kind of cost them from trying to keep these games close, at least for the past a week or so. Menjivar missing outside for ball 2 now. Ben Ryland wreaked havoc on the bases in Sunday's game by drawing 3 walks and swiping 2 bases. He is tied with Legends player Quincy Villa for second in the CCL in stolen bases with 9 coming into tonight. And this Merchants team could run a little bit, folks. They currently lead in team categories, stat-wise, in hits, total bases, stolen bases, and walks. The Legends will have to be careful whenever a Merchants batter reaches base, or if a Merchants batter can reach base. There's a line drive hit out in the right field. It's going to drop and fall in for a hit. So Ben Ryland able to get on with a 1-out single.
Up to bat, Jace Jeremiah.
Well, despite the Merchants getting the hit, I did mention that if they get a hit, because one of the biggest stories in the baseball world in the last 24 hours has been the 19 strikeout no-hitter by Gage Wood of Arkansas in the College World Series. The first time in 65 years that a pitcher in the College World Series threw a no-hitter on the field in Omaha. It was lined back in the center field for a single by Jace Jeremiah. So back-to-back singles go for Alameda. Now they're in business here in the first.
Emmett Feeney.
And Jace Jeremiah, one of the top hitters in the league as well. He had a solid series against the Seagulls, was 4 for 8 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, playing the first 2 games in the series against the Seagulls. He also has reached base in 8 games, now make it 9 with that single. Comes Emmett Feeney. The double steal by the Merchants. They try to get the runner at second. That's Jace Jeremiah going for it as he slides in safely. Ben Ryland is safe over at third. So the double steal works out well for the Merchants. So both runners are now in scoring position. It's Emmett Feeney looking to try to drive him in. He's the designated hitter tonight, but does possess some power at the dish. Comes the 1-0. It's a big swing and a miss by Feeney. Menjivar able to get a good pitch past him that time. Foul tipped in the glove. Menjivar able to get ahead against the power hitting Feeney. Trying to go for the strikeout here. He has one out already here in the first. Trying to prevent the Merchants from getting an early lead. Yeah, Emmett Feeney wrapping up his JUCO career at Chabot. Comes from Alameda. To head to San Jose State. On missed low for ball 2. Count goes even. Yeah, Feeney actually started at Ohlone before he transferred over to Chabot. Called strike 3, just nicks the corner. Menjivar gets Feeney to go down with the backwards K.
Up to bat, Cy Turner.
Oh, a 2 away here. That will bring up Cy Turner as the runners have to stay put. Menjivar trying to get out the jam here. Cy Turner, last time we saw him, it was last week. He came in a pinch hitting role, and he swings hard at the first pitch, but sends it way foul. That one was coming pretty fast off the bat. Cy Turner set to be an incoming senior at Memphis, as he appeared in 36 games as a junior, where he went 12 for 74, so kind of struggled a little bit at the plate with the Tigers. He's a JUCO product coming from Pacific Grove, going to school at Monterey Peninsula. Menjivar throwing the changeup that time outside, 1-1. The outfield looks like they're playing a bit shallow to play Turner. It's the 1-1 pitch. That one's in there for strike 2. That one has some break. Menjivar pitches do have some life to give. It's a well-rounded repertoire. Chance to get Turner on the strikeout. The 1-2 on the way. That one's fouled barely by Turner. Goes straight back. And as far as the team awards from Ohlone, Diego Menjivar was Mr. May. They're putting together a good month of May. Yeah, 2-2 record, but had 4 saves with the Renegades. A good stop there by Robbins. It goes in the dirt. It's a slider on that pitch. Counts even at 2-2 now. Menjivar, he could throw a cut fastball, slider, changeup, and a curve. The cut fastball tops out at 92. Long wait, but delivers. Missing outside, count now runs full. Another thing to also mention about Menjivar, that he currently works the TikTok account of the Legends. So he does some social media work with the intern team, as well as also pitching, so call him a moonlighter. He has an opportunity to win the duel against Turner. That one runs just barely in for ball 4. but it might have hit him. Or it sounds like it might be a foul call. Yeah, and they're confirming that it was not a foul tip off the knob, so Turner will take the base. Regardless, the pitch was nowhere near the strike zone that time, so if he was hit by a pitch or walks, so it was a hit by pitch. But the bases are now loaded, with Mateo Mendoza coming up to the plate. Here's the first pitch to Mendoza. It's a breaking ball running in.
After that, Mateo Mendoza.
Mateo Mendoza playing catcher tonight. Menjivar ahead 0-1. Missing just high with the fastball at time. Count goes to 1-1. Mateo Mendoza in 2024 at College of Marin, he hit .445 over 40 games. While he's also driving in 42 RBIs. A big swing and a miss. That was the slider from Menjivar. He has him ahead with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Menjivar with a big opportunity here to get out of the bases loaded situation here in the top of the first. Merchants have already accumulated for 2 hits. He misses with the 1-2, goes in the dirt, but a good stop there by Robbins. Menjivar is still looking for that put-away pitch here. We're going to see what he can give Mendoza. He will set up for the 2-2. Mendoza tried to go after it, but he held up the swing, according to first place umpire Paul Remedios. So the count goes full once again. Menjivar finds himself in another duel situation with the bases loaded. Big pitch coming up here way early in this game. Here's the payoff. That one's popped up and it's going to go out of play. More life for Mendoza. In the infield playing back, but there will be a force at any base here. The Legends trying to prevent a first inning run to come across, but it's up to Diego Menjivar to prevent it. Swing and a miss. Menjivar gets Mendoza to chase, as he'll have to take the walk of shame back to the dugout, leaving the bases loaded. The Merchants leave 3 stranded, can't capitalize in the top of the first as we will go to the bottom half. Legends will get their first ups on the evening as you are tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. This is Chase Taylor, number 19. Chase, number 19.
Pitching for the Merchants, Chase Taylor.
After Diego Menjivar gets out of a bases-loaded situation in the top of the first, the Legends will get their first at-bats of the evening as we're in the bottom of the first early on as the lineup will go up like this. Tucker Beal playing shortstop tonight will lead off the future Akron Zip. TJ Smallsley batting second, playing center. James Bose bats third, playing third base. Will Robbins in the cleanup spot. At catcher, Will Anderson batting fifth. Quincy Villa in left field batting sixth. Dane Most, the DH tonight, batting seventh. Deuce Filter in the eighth spot. And Isaiah Landry batting ninth, playing right. Chase Taylor will get the nod here for the Merchants as he delivers a first pitch ball that runs inside on Tucker Beal. Chase Taylor, incoming redshirt sophomore out of Chula Vista, California, product of Coalinga College, so he will be having another year of JUCO ball after this summer. He's down in the count against Tucker Beal, 2-0. Tucker Beal giving me his annual game day handshake. You know, definitely one of the nicest guys here on the Legend squad. Has confirming that he's going to Akron in the fall, playing in the MAC. He's ahead in the count 3-0 against Taylor. And that one's a strike high and in. Tucker Beal still in the driver's seat. Tucker Beal was able to see some action in the Sunday doubleheader. So he swings at that one, and it gets past the diving second baseman in the right center for a leadoff single. Tucker Beal's trying to set the tone here for the Legends early on. I'll give you the defensive assignment for the Merchants here. Mateo Mendoza at catcher. Angelo Luna playing first base. At second base is Caden Latimer. Third base, Chase Dittmer. Jace Jeremiah in short. Ben Ryland playing left field. Dominic Nahar in center field. And Cy Turner, playing right. So here comes the Fairfield man, TJ Smallsley. TJ Smallsley has been looking pretty good so far for the Legends in his first few games with the squad. Total for 5 RBIs with a home run and hit .286 in that series against the Stompers.
That was strike. That was fouled off.
And TJ Smallsley making the long haul from across the country. He's a Pennsylvania guy from Lake Wallenpaupack. Not a big lead by Beal at first. Legends probably not looking to run so early. It's Taylor missing that one low for ball one to Smallsley. It's a curveball with some big break on it. Misses just a little bit outside. Ball 2. And this is one of the 3 remaining home games for the week for the Legends, as they see the Merchants tonight. They will see the Walnut Creek Crawdads, the first place team in the CCL North Division, tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, they will see the San Francisco Seagulls, who currently sit in last. Missed outside again with the pitch. Count now goes to 3-1. Here's count for Smallsley. The infield is setting up for the double play here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That's a strike. Just hits the inside part. Smallsley was about to make his way down to first, but had to hold up there. And now it's a full count on him. So we're going to see who wins the duel between him and Taylor. Chase Taylor out of the stretch. Here comes the payoff. That one's hit hard on the ground at third. Snapped by Dittmer. Gets the out of second, but it's late getting it over to first, as the double play attempt will only see half. One away on the fielder's choice. Tucker Beal off the base path. Asking to see the Legends bring up their hottest hitter so far this summer in James Bose. James Bose currently tied for the league lead in home runs thanks to his 2-homer game that he had on Friday in Sonoma. As the Legends overall as a team rank second in the league in home runs with 5 hit. And he hits that one hard down the left field line, and it's going to stay fair. And will roll into the corner, rounding third, trying to turn on the Jets is Smallsley. The throw is cut off as Smallsley will score standing up. And James Bose continuing to keep that bat hot as fire, with an RBI double, putting the Legends up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Up to bat, Will Robbins.
James Bose, after playing 1 year at Loyola Marymount, entered the transfer portal, still awaiting his new home and his commitment. But I'm sure that some D1 coaches are definitely keeping an eye on this guy with how he's been performing in the CCL. Now Will Robbins will step in looking at a first pitch strike on right down the plate that time. Will Robbins, the Princeton man, hit a grand slam last week during a strong win that the Legends were able to earn against the San Luis Obispo Blues, where they won 14-2. It's 2 home runs were in that game. We saw the grand slam by Will Robbins and the 2-run shot by Dane Most. Count 1-1 on Robbins at the moment. Taylor making a move over to second to check on Bose. James Bose has been displaying his gap-hitting power in these last set of games. Also, it's holding up for a few doubles here to start the year. Missed low and out. Count goes to 2-1 on Robbins. Bose not looking to run at second. Taylor delivering from the stretch delivers, and Robbins hitting that one to left center, and it's going to fall as it'll be cut off out there, but it should be enough for James Bose to come in and score, and it will. As Will Robbins delivers with an RBI single to make it now 2-0. The Legends having a solid first inning here against the Merchants. Again, like they're trying to change the script here after losing big time last week, literally last week on Tuesday against Alameda. Here comes Will Anderson now, big power hitter who could do some damage at the plate, but he's been in a bit of a slump in the past few games. Looks at a first pitch breaking ball missing out. Will Anderson in non-conference play did swat a home run. It was in the doubleheader, which happened in the Legends doubleheader home opener at the beginning of the month. Here comes the 1-0 to him. That one's a strike that just nicks the corner. As we all know, this umpiring crew with Gus Cardova does tend to have a fluctuating strike zone. One to Anderson, missed low. Anderson might be sitting on the fastball here. Here comes the 2-1. That was a breaking ball missed outside. Count goes to 3-1. So Chase Taylor continuing to struggle, falling behind in the count against these Legends hitters. Will Anderson set to go to Santa Clara this fall as he took home the NorCal JUCO batting title, putting up a solid year, wrapping up his 2-year career with Ohlone. That one's hit hard, and it gets over the head of Latimer in the right center. Robbins will hold up at second, but the hit train continues to keep on chugging for the Legends. So that's their third straight hit.
On to bat, Quincy Villa.
Now that'll bring up QV from VA, Quincy Villa. Quincy Villa currently sitting as one of the league leaders in stolen bases so far in the California Collegiate League. And for a guy that's played his last 2 summers in the Cal Ripken Collegiate League. He has definitely been making waves here on the West Coast. He looks at a first pitch strike out the hands of Taylor. Runners at first and second with 1 out. That one bounces in the dirt. There is a left-handed arm warming up in the Merchants bullpen at the moment. Well, Taylor might be getting the early hook if he's not able to get it together, but he's kind of losing the strike zone here like he's in a dark room and can't find the light switch. 1-1 is a curveball that drops in for strike 2. A 1-2 on Villa. See what the 2-strike approach is going to look like here. And the pitch dropped in for strike 3. Villa will go down looking as the breaking pitch is effective that time by Taylor.
Up to bat, Dane Most.
But he's not out of the woods yet as he has to face the dangerous Dane Most. Dane Most currently the top hitter for the Legends and the lineup, batting .348 on the season so far. He has a home run to go with that. And Most cracks it out in the left center field. It's going to carry, and it's going to keep going as it bounces off the wall. Nahar not able to make the play. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run, and sliding in head first safely at third is Most as he clears the bases with a 2 RBI triple to now make it 4-0 Legends. A big hit by the JUCO standout from Colorado. Dane Most taking the first pitch out the left center field. Dominic Nahar, who does possess good speed, not able to run it down as he tried to make the catch on the dive, but came just short. But those 2 RBIs now make it a 4-run first inning for the Legends, so he's breaking out big time. As Chase Taylor's catcher, Mendoza, coming out to talk to him on the mound, trying to rebuild that confidence as he's been getting rocked and rocked some more like he's in an unstable boat here in the bottom of the first. So he'll have to face Deuce Filter. He still has 2 outs. Deuce Filter just joining the Legends squad as he played his first game with the team on Sunday. As he comes from Santa Clara. He's actually the son of Santa Clara head coach Rusty Filter. Actually was just recently announced as the pitching coach for the Team USA National Collegiate team this summer. Taylor with the 1-0 here. Missing way out for ball 2. And it's a lot going around here in the baseball world. Of course, we mentioned the 19 strikeout no-hitter we saw yesterday in the College World Series, and also Shohei Ohtani getting back on the mound with the Dodgers. And even earlier today, as I woke up at 9 a.m. tuning in for it, we had the MLB Draft Combine taking place down in Phoenix. So some guys about to get ready to embark on their pro careers, getting their final looks from scouts, trying to get their measurements going to get that draft stock high. The same can be said for these guys playing summer ball. Filter with the coming with the 3-0 from Taylor, but it's going to be ball 4. Now, Deuce Filter able to work the walk, putting runners at the corners.
Up to bat, Isaiah Landry.
And the Legends batting through the order here in the bottom of the first as Isaiah Landry, the 9-hitter, will step in. An opportunity to keep the inning going. It's been a solid inning so far here for the Legends. Landry taking all the way, looking at strike 1. Landry with that relaxed batting stance from the right side of the plate. curveball just misses a little inside from Taylor. Isaiah Landry, who was a transfer portal acquisition coming from Alabama State, wrapping up his 2 years there, and now transferring over to University of San Francisco, where he will begin play going into his junior year of college. It's another breaking pitch that goes on the outside corner this time. Count goes to 1-2. Landry trying to protect here with 2 strikes. It's a big lead at first there by Filter as he danced a little bit off the bag, but Taylor stepped off. Taylor, 2 strikes, trying to get the strikeout pitch here. Filter going to make a move back to first after Taylor threw it over. Can't risk going for a balk here because it'll make it a 5-run game. A lot of work for the Merchants. The 1-2 is hit back into center field, and it's going to fall in front of Nahar, as that will score most easily from third, as Isaiah Landry delivers with the RBI single to make it now a 5-0 rout here in the first inning. It looks like Chase Taylor's day is going to be done, as here comes T.C. Fairfield walking out from the dugout, making the move over to the bullpen. So a new arm will come in for the Merchants after Taylor got knocked around there, allowing 5 runs across the board. Was a great start for Menlo Park in this one, as we'll take a quick break and give you the rundown of the new arm, the southpaw coming out of the Merchants bullpen, as 5-0 here in the bottom of the first in San Mateo, as we'll be back in just a moment.
Dom who?
Number 27, Dom Crescenzio, pitching.
Dom Crescenzio?
Yeah, Dom Crescenzio.
Now to pitch, Dom Crescenzio.
Try to say that 10 times.
Dom Crescenzio. How many pitches did Taylor throw? 33, and we got 5 on it.
So lucky first inning.
Oh, wow, that's well, Chase Taylor's day is done, as he allowed 5 legends to cross the plate. Not really the outing that he was hoping for, but it's good news for the Legends to get this early start and get the bats hot early on, as they have batted through the order here in the bottom of the first. As coming in the pitch for Taylor now is Dom Crescenzio, who wrapped up his JUCO career, and he's actually right at home, as he played his JUCO ball here at College of San Mateo. As Tucker Beal is coming back up to the plate for the second time this inning, as he led off the game with a single, but was thrown out on a double play attempt, more like a fielder's choice. But he swings at the first pitch, pops it up over on the right side of infield, and making a diving catch for it there is Luna to end the inning. But it was a productive inning overall for the Legends, as they put up 5 runs here in the bottom of the first. So a 5-0 start for Menlo Park, as we will move to the second frame. The Merchants have some work to do early in this game.
To get his food. To get his food.
Are you doing scoreboard too?
Yeah.
Judge.
I know how to do it. Can you do this though?
Yeah, I'll do this.
And then I'm trying to find how to I'm trying to DoorDash my food too. I haven't ate all day.
When he comes,
Because they haven't even
As we begin the top of the second, the Legends put up 5 runs back in the first inning on 6 hits. Definitely a great start for them as they're looking to try to snap a 2-game losing streak after dropping the doubleheader on Sunday. As leading off for the Merchants here will be Angelo Luna.
Now to bat, Angelo Luna.
Yeah, but Diego Menjivar, who will be in his second inning of work, now has a bit of run support and a lead to hold here. Delivering a first pitch ball low to Luna. Angelo Luna does be an incoming sophomore at Casumas River College. He's that hard in the right field. So he's going to start the inning off with a single.
Now to bat, Caden Latimer.
The Merchants have a bit of work to do to try to get back in this game. Or else the Legends are going to run with it. Caden Latimer will see Menjivar for the first time. As now the Legends will set up for the double play ball here. The first pitch gets off the glove of Robbins. He picks it up quickly. Luna takes off for second, but he will slide in easily. That pitch was a ball that ran inside. Now the Merchants have a runner in scoring position. As at the end of the top of the first, Mateo Mendoza struck out with the bases loaded. So the Merchants, who could have had an opportunity to have a strong early first inning, it backfired at the plate. And Caleb Latimer, has had a solid week for the Merchants. Yeah, but Caleb Latimer, he tends to be a free swinger at times. He is up there in the high rankings for strikeouts in the CCO. Count 2-1 on Latimer. Menjivar trying to fight back here. Takes a look at second to check on Luna. Fastball misses high. Ball 3. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside for ball 4, so Caleb Latimer will work the walk.
Now to bat, Chase Ditmar.
That was Caleb Latimer. Now here's Chase Ditmer, the 9-hitter for the Merchants, as he came through with a 2-for-4 performance with a double and 2 RBIs on Saturday against the Seagulls. Just that one on the ground. Bo steps on third. Throw on the second. They get the out there. And just barely were almost able to get the triple play. But the throw to first was just late. But still solid defense by the Legends on the infield. Again, when I say it was close, folks, I say it was close. from us witnessing the rare triple play. Nonetheless, Menlo are able to have 2 outs to work with. Just needs to get the 1. Dittmer is able to reach first on the triple play attempt, I should say. Here's Dominic Nahar now stepping back in. He grounded out to second to start the game. Big swing and a miss by him on the first pitch that he sees in his second at bat. This will be another big inning for Menjivar. The Legends playing inspiring baseball at the moment. Got the middle infielders close to the edge of the outfield grass here. Owen runs in, almost hits Nahar, but he moves out the way. Yeah, but Nahar with that stance does tend to crowd the play a little bit, has his feet close to the edge of the batter's box. And Nahar tried to go for the slider that time, but misses just a little bit in for ball 2. Here's a 2-1. Owens hit hard, back up the middle on the dive, trying to make the play there as Filter, but he's not able to grasp it firmly. That was a hard hit ball off the bat of Nahar.
Now to bat, Ben Riley.
So Dittmer able to advance to second and get there safely. So the inning will continue. Now here comes Ben Ryland, who singled his last time up and also stole a base. Now there's runners at first and second. He puts in a first pitch strike on Ryland. Keep in mind that this week the CCL released their first power rankings as the Legends came in ranking number 8. Merchants weren't on the list despite their record because they're an affiliate team. Usually the affiliate teams of the California Collegiate League don't get the power ranking recognition even with a solid record. That hasn't been stopping the Merchants, however. They continue to play well and continue to try to chase down the Walnut Creek Crawdads, the front runners in the CCL North. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Count goes to 1-2. Menjivar with a big pitch coming up here. Trying to keep a goose egg on the board on the Alameda side. Here comes the 1-2. On the breaking pitch that Ryland just barely gets a piece of. Here's some banter between the Merchants and the Legends. Both of these teams, both of the players on each side, pretty close to each other. They either grew up playing together at school or grew up in Little League, being from the same region, of course. Breaking pitch misses just a little bit high. Menjivar working with a 2-2 count now. Trying to get the strikeout pitch on Ryland. Here it comes. Misses just high for ball 3. Now the count's full for Ryland. So he's going to look for a walk or knock here. Menjivar is going to have to come through big with the payoff. Ryland cracks it out to right field, but it's going to stay up for Landry as he will make the catch to end the inning. Oh, no runs on 2 hits as The Merchants leave 2 men on as we'll go to the bottom of the second. 5-0 Legends in front here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
That just went way out, so maybe the horizontal's a little messed up because of the direction. Can you click on another slider? This one is a slider. Close spin rate. But nothing else is similar.
Would you get the L&L for barbecue? Would you get
Barbecue chicken.
barbecue chicken plate?
Yep.
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today as the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kip Sports Cars, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. As we're here in the bottom of the second, it's 5-0 Legends in front. TJ Smallsley will lead things off as he will look at a first pitch ball out of the hands of Dom Crescenzio, who remains out there after coming in relief for Chase Taylor. Chase Taylor was knocked around in the first inning, giving up the 5 runs on 6 hits. Smallsley going to continue the hit parade from the looks of it, but no, he will not. That one stays up just enough for Cy Turner in right field for out number 1.
Now to bat, James Bowes.
So here comes James Bose up here at the plate as he came through with the first RBI of the game with the RBI double in his first at bat. I missed outside, ball 1. Both swinging hard, but foul tipped it. Crescenzio delivering well with that fastball.
It could be the change. But it's the same.
It's the 1-1. Almost left high, but a little bit too high as it's hit out the left center. And making the catch out there is Ryland for out number 2.
Now to bat, Will Robbins.
So Will Robbins, who delivered with an RBI single in that 5-run outburst in the bottom of the first, will come up for the second time tonight. So that one hard on the foul down the third base line. You know, if it's still being relatively early, the Legends do sit 4 games out of first in the CCL North Division. Again, we're only going into the 3rd week here, folks, so standings aren't really on the mind of Nick Sanzeri at the moment, but what is on the mind is his team still trying to find some consistency, trying to rack up wins. The 0-2 hit on the ground. The second is picked up by Latimer. Off-balance throw goes way off. There to back it up is Mendoza. But the inning will continue as Will Robbins will reach base. Look like that's going to be ruled an E4 on the throw from Latimer. And that's our first error that we see tonight.
Will Anderson.
Here comes Will Anderson now. See, singled back in the first. He also came around to score 1 of the 5 runs as well. Stenzio missing low with the ball. It's a changeup. So it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. The fastball running in on Anderson. It's strike 1. And while Anderson does have a home run on the year, but it came in non-league play. On the CCL play, however, he's been like a 1 for this, 1 for that kind of hitter. I'm sure he's still pretty confident in trying to get that bat around. Does have the capability to do so. Still hitting over 300, despite the perceived slump that he still continues to find himself in. His best performance at the plate so far came in that road series for the Legends in San Luis Obispo, where he went, it's a game where he went 3 for 4. He has that one on the ground to short. Jeremiah will pick it up and will step on second to end the inning. So a runner left on base, but nothing doing there for the Legends in the bottom half of the second. We'll move to the third frame as they still hold the lead 5-0 here in San Mateo.
Positive for a righty would be that it moves to the left.
So so a slider is has a negative horizontal break, which means it's moving in this way.
Yeah.
For a righty, negative
Not a bad idea, bro. Oh shit! Yeah, you gotta get tacos. There you go. There you go. Still Diego, right?
yeah.
Look, can you do me a favor? If there's a mid-inning pitching change, can you put a little like line?
Oh yeah.
Where like the new pitcher comes in? Because I'm gonna need to put in the point streak stuff after this game.
Yeah, I got you.
7% there. Oh my god.
Back at it.
Yeah.
Back at it.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Want to follow all things Legends? Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Also, Legends fans, want more baseball on your feed? Follow us on Instagram. Catch all the college action at Legends_collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word. So here's Menjivar out for his third inning of work as he will see Jace Jeremiah. Jace Jeremiah, the recent graduate from my alma mater, St. John's University in New York. Jace Jeremiah coming back home to the Bay for summer ball. As talking with him last week, He did mention that he still has an extra year of eligibility, so he will be a fifth-year senior looking for a new home here on this side of the country. As he mentioned, he was talking with Pacific. Not a bad spot to land for a college player playing in a solid conference, West Coast Conference. Even speaking with Nick Cinzeri, who had a stint coaching for University of the Pacific. He mentioned that his Legends team has a lot of similarities to if all these guys on the squad went to the same school. You could put a team together that could be competitive enough to win the West Coast Conference. So quite a comparable, a confident comparison in regards to the way that this team has been built. Big swing and a miss by Jeremiah on the fastball. Diego Menjivar continuing to trust in his stuff as it's been working pretty well. He's been keeping these guys honest so far tonight. Menjivar trying to get him on the breaking pitch there. Looked like it was the slider. It's 2-2 on Jeremiah. Jace Jeremiah came in as one of the league leaders in the runs scored. As Menjivar gets him looking as it just nicks the outside corner, as that's how we will start the top of the third with a backwards K.
Now to bat, Emmett Feeney.
That was Menjivar's third strikeout of the game. So here's Emmett Feeney, who struck out looking his last time up. Menjivar with a big grunt there, hurled it and fired it in. Feeney went chasing for it. Oh, 1. This is just a little low there for ball one now. Count goes even. Menjivar delivering what the 1-1 pitch, gets it in for strike 2. Menjivar in line trying to go for strikeout number 4. This is against the Merchants cleanup hitter. A 1-2 just gets its way into the strike zone that time. Man, the way that pitch broke in and snuck into the strike zone, it was like an underage kid trying to sneak into an R-rated movie. Menjivar has been dealing so far. Give him strikeout number 4 on the game. Here's Cy Turner coming up to the dish now as he was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Menjivar missing high with the fastball 1-0. See Menjivar working well with his repertoire. Oh, and Turner sending a deep fly ball out to right, but it's going to stay in the yard. Landry playing back close to the warning track. Backpedal to the warning track to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down goes Alameda. Diego Menjivar continuing to deal early on here as the score holds 5-0 here at CSM Baseball Field. We'll move to the bottom of the third. 5-0. Legends still in front.
One bar.
Goodness, I'm sending these videos. Sorry, not the videos that you No, I was just saying I'm upset that Denver's first game was in our City Connects. I don't like our City Connects, man. I like the hats. I think the jerseys are fine, but yeah, I agree. They can still be different.
Much better than our old ones.
I agree. But the hats are hideous.
Really?
I hate the hats.
I do not hate the hats.
Maybe like the new city connects with like the graffiti.
Yeah. No, that's hard. You don't have the hats though, the hats.
Oh, yeah.
That's but the jerseys are
Not that bad.
I'm sending it right now, so hopefully it goes through. Sorry, I just can't. Hold on, let's do it.
So it'll be Villa
Quincy.
and most filter due up here for the bottom of the third. Quincy Villa struck out looking back in the first inning. And it's still a 5-0 lead for the Legends as they put up 5 runs here in the first inning if you're just tuning in. Don Crescenzio still out there for his second inning of work in relief. Or like second and a third inning of work in relief. See, he delivers a first pitch strike to Villa, but doesn't get in the right place on the second pitch. Misses low and in and gets away from Mendoza for ball 1. Quincy Villa continued to be one of the top base stealers in the CCL. But he's no stranger to having success on the base paths as he broke the single season and the program record for his college, Marymount University, Division III, back home in Virginia. So he'll be a senior this fall. Going to play his last year at Marymount. And actually, I brought my glove to the field today. Actually, got some rust off my arm playing a little catch with Villa for the game. So it was nice of him to do that. As he smacks that one down the left field line, but it's going to go way foul. But man, that one jumped off the bat pretty good and looked like it could have had some distance. He has yet to hit a homer this summer, but I'm sure he does have a little power behind him. He had 3 homers in his college season this year. Swung on and fouled it off. Well, a good bat here for Villa. It's 2-2 on him. Crescenzio will deliver. And he smacks it back into center field, and it's going to drop in front of Nahar for a base hit. So Villa able to lead off the inning with a leadoff single. So there's speed on the base path for the Legends. Villa back in 2024 took home some big honors. He took home all region honors from D3Baseball.com. He also smacked 2 homers and hit .331 along with the 39 stolen bases he had in his junior season this year. Here comes Dane Most. Dane Most looking at a first pitch strike. Dane Most delivered with a 2 RBI triple in his last at bat. There goes Villa taking off for second. That one's hit on the ground over to short, sliding for it, but not grasping it firmly. There is Jeremiah. It could have been worse as it was a hit and run. Villa probably could have took off for third on that play. But the Legends have 2 men on with nobody out to begin the bottom of the third. As the in-play ball by Most is going to be ruled an infield single. Now here comes Deuce Filter, who walked in his first plate appearance on the night. Still getting his feet wet with the squad here as he puts the bunt down in front of home plate. Mendoza able to pick it up and get the throw on the first in time. But the sacrifice bunt does work out well for Menlo Park, putting runners in scoring position. at second and third. One away here. That will bring up Isaiah Landry. Isaiah Landry delivered with the RBI single in the first inning as they were able to get that fifth run across. Looked like he might deliver again. That one's flared in the right center, and it's going to fall in for a hit. Villa will come in and score. Most holds up at third. Isaiah Landry with his second RBI single on the night makes it 6-0 Legends. The Legends continuing to hit the ball very well out into the field. As we're looking out of our broadcast booth here, we see two Legends players walking up the side of the big hill right next to the field here, trying to get that foul ball that Villa hit. Again, these foul balls come at a premium here in the Menlo Park Legends program, so we got to keep them out as much as we can. Again, you could blame inflation on how much game balls cost these days. There comes Tucker Beal to lead things off here for the Legends, and taking off for second is Landry. Slides in at second on the pickoff move, and it looked like he's going to be safe from the looks of it. Or no, he's going to be out. There's a late call there by the third base umpire, Constantine Bartlett. So Landry gets taken off the base paths on the stolen base attempt after he was caught napping there. So there's two gone now for Tucker Beal, as there's a runner at third, so Beal does have an opportunity to try to extend this Legends lead a little bit more here, as Costenzio delivers a first pitch ball with the fastball. Tucker Beal singled and also popped out to first, both happening in the first inning as he came to the plate twice. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. And hits that one on the ground down the first baseline. On the slide there is first baseman Luna, and races to the bag to get Beal on the out. So a solid play there by Angelo Luna at first base to end the inning, but the Legends do put one more on thanks to the RBI single from Isaiah Landry, as they recorded 3 hits in that inning and left a man on. But they extend the lead 6-0 as we'll move to the top of the fourth as you're tuned into Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
It wasn't a pitch. It was in between 117. I'm going to just figure that out. Catcher throw. Didn't the pitcher throw it technically? Yeah. We'll just say catcher throw to third.
To first base.
Hey, what's
There's no option.
What's the Eagles pitching at right now?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That might have been the smartest idea I've ever got. I saved so much more money out there. You wouldn't.
No, I've never used it.
Oh, you don't pay. I don't pay.
Who's number 8 on our team?
I don't pay.
Dame's 9, right?
Yeah, I don't pay for the taxes. I don't pay for the delivery. I don't pay for the tips.
Yeah.
No, we do.
This is still Diego?
Oh, it might be a Pirates.
Good.
No.
He's 28.
Fires isn't active yet.
I'll have to ever be active. There's a chance he might not be. Really? The Seagulls haven't got them yet, technically.
Now to bat, Mateo Mendoza.
That was going to be Mendoza, Luna, and Latimer due up here in the top half of the fourth. The Legends were able to get another run across to make it a 6-0 game now. That was thanks to the RBI single from Isaiah Landry back in the bottom half of the third. Diego Menjivar out for his fourth inning of work He has been looking pretty well against this strong Merchants lineup. Delivers a first pitch ball to Mendoza to start the inning. Wano runs in, hits the corner for strike one, getting the count even. And Gerard delivering the 1-1. Big swing and a miss by Mendoza. Mendoza did strike out in his first at-bat of the game. And that came with the bases loaded. One of the big-time baseball sins that should be put in the baseball Bible is if it hasn't been yet, striking out with the bases loaded. It's the 1-2. That's a breaking pitch. Wow, looked real good from our angle, but Menjivar doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire. So that gets the count even 2-2 now. Hit hard down the line, foul. It's going to roll over into the Merchants bullpen. Sam Mendoza still trying to battle hard here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Menjivar brings the heat. That's strikeout number 5 for the Ohlone man. Still trying to weigh his options for where he'll end up at the 4-year level.
How was that pitch? How was that pitch? 87.
Menjivar bringing the cut fastball at 87 miles per hour on that one. As he will see Angelo Luna, who singled his last time up. That came in the second inning. This is outside of ball 1. Provide you with the out-of-town scoreboard and the CCL tonight, as the Santa Barbara Foresters are at the Orange County Riptide. The Bombers are at the Barons. Crawdads and the Seagulls are facing off, as those games will look to begin later. Have the Arroyo Seco Saints taking on the Caneo Oaks. Caneo Oaks, the reigning CCL champions, as the Saints are up 3-0 in that game. You also have the Stompers facing off against the Blues. There's a big hack there by Luna as he dropped him on his fanny that time at the plate. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one bounce in the dirt. Count now goes to 3-1. Finishing out the out-of-town scoreboard, the last game to be mentioned, Sonoma Stompers, who wrapped up here in San Mateo against the Legends, headed down to San Luis Obispo to take on the Blues this week. That'll be a 2-game series. It begins tonight, and will go till tomorrow. So now the count is full for Menjivar here against Luna, as he'll look to win the duel against him. Menjivar trying to look for strikeout number 6 on the game. Popped up on the left side, but it's not going to be playable for Bose at third. And Menjivar has been keeping our TrackMan guys pretty busy over here in the booth, the way that he's been dealing and been working around the strike zone. Here comes the payoff. On runs just a little bit in, and it's going to be ball 4. So it'll be a 1-out base on balls for Luna. It's the second time that he has reached base tonight.
Now up to bat, Caleb Latimer.
Caleb Latimer coming up, as he walked his last time up. Menjivar making a move to first, checking on Luna. Menjivar was the closer for most of the time with the Renegades at Ohlone, as in 40 appearances, he had 66 innings pitched, accumulated 9 saves with 96 strikeouts. He also had a 1.26 whip and a K per 9 of 1309. Menjivar definitely accumulate a high count of strikeouts in just about every outing, especially if you give him the starting role. The backdoor throw by Robbins to first, trying to keep an eye on Luna. Count goes to 2-0. And I'm sure with Menjivar spending time working with Nick Sinzeri, as Nick Sinzeri being the pitching coach for Ohlone, along with his duties here as the head coach for the Legends. Sure, the tutelage has been helpful for Menjivar's development. And the same could be said for the pitchers coming to pitch for the Legends this summer. Menjivar trying to fight back with the 3-0, gets in on a strike for Latimer. Here comes the 3-1. Oh, and misses low for ball 4. So back-to-back walks have been allowed here for Menjivar. Yeah. All right, again, a mound visit here. This Menjivar kind of starting to lose the strike zone a little bit here, but it looked like he might be done as his Legends teammates form up in front of the dugout. And yeah, he will be getting the hook. So a new arm will come in for Menlo Park as Menjivar, who went 3 1/3 here tonight, keeping it scoreless as well. So 3 1/3, pitching a shutout, will be relieved as sure he'll be welcomed well by his Legends brethren. He gets an applause from the home crowd here at San Mateo. As we'll take a quick break on our end, and we'll give you the info on new arm now coming in for the Legends as they held a hefty lead here in the top of the 4th, 6-0.
Now pitching for the Legends, Jesse Moore.
Does that look like the Utah Valley that Ray plays for? The green?
Yes, that is the Utah Valley. That's nice.
You got Minji's final answer?
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, 5Ks. Yeah, he went 3 1/3. Actually, what should I probably know at the top? Yeah, 3 1/3, 5 strikeouts.
On the bright side, it is
2 walks.
working now.
4 hits and no runs. It's beautiful.
Oh, shoot. I could put him.
You stay locked in, man. Stay locked in, big dog.
DoorDashers heading your way. I got the short burgers instead. Nice.
Now, Diego Menjivar's day is done, but he had himself a solid outing, going 3 1/3, only allowing 4 hits, no earned runs allowed, and 5 strikeouts, and only allowed just 2 men to get on via the base on balls. So coming in relief for the Legends will be Jesse Moore. Jesse Moore comes in a bit of a tight situation, but not too tight, as there is 1 out, but runners are at first and second. Oh, the Legends infield going to have to set up for the double play attempt here. First batter he will see will be Chase Dittmer. And he delivers a first pitch strike right out of the pen. Jesse Moore, incoming senior, who played his last season at Sonoma State only because Sonoma State's baseball program was dropped at the conclusion of the 2025 season. So right now that forced Moore to enter the portal as he's looking for a new home to wrap out his collegiate career. He's ahead in the count here on Dittmer, 0-2. Dittmer ground out to a double play last time up, which was actually a triple play attempt, but he did reach a base on the attempt, however. And really, you could rule that a double play and a fielder's choice on a play that Dittmer reached based on. Comes the 1-2. That one's popped up. It's going to go straight back and out of play. Moore also spent some time at the JUCO level at Diablo Valley, going 64 and 2/3 innings, striking out 53 batters during his sophomore season. 1-2 is popped up, but this time it'll stay in play. Tucker Beal losing the shades, but he'll camp under it to make the catch for out number 2. Like they ruled an infield fly on that ball that was hitting the air.
Now after bat, Dominic Nahar.
So Dominic Nahar will come back up to the dish. He is 1 for 2 so far tonight. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it just past the right of the mound, but Beal making a nice play at short, getting the throw across in time to get Nahar. Great defense there by the bleached hair men headed to Akron in the fall as the Legends continue to keep the Merchants off the board as we'll go to the bottom half of the fourth. Still a 6-0 game.
Trying to get more love to the pitchers. It's kind of hard because we haven't been as good, you know. Yeah. No offense to any pitchers in the room. Is the song clean? Yeah. Okay, just making sure. I love this song.
No, yeah. I searched up safe for work.
Gotcha.
Same guy.
You might put this in the place. It's okay.
What's this picture chopping on?
Gotcha, boys. 85-ish. You know who's my favorite announcer of all time?
The Dodger man, Vince Scully.
Best of all time.
I'm sure you enjoyed watching him for like what, one season?
No. Okay. I'm not that young, dog.
Dude just died.
Yeah.
No, he's a legend.
No, I watched him. I mean, I watched him for what? He passed away when I was.
Like what, 2022? I think?
Yeah, he passed away when I was 15. Yeah, I watched him for 15 years. No. I take it back. He retired in 20.
Yeah, he did. He did retire early.
2016.
Because he said if they made it to a World Series, he'd come back. But they didn't. They lost their Cubs.
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, land rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsors, Kips Sports Cars, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kips in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. Here comes TJ Smallsley to lead off the bottom half of the fourth for the Legends. It's a 6-0 lead for Menlo Park as they have been hitting the ball pretty well here tonight against the Merchants pitching. As Dom Crescenzio coming out here for another inning of relief as the Merchants bullpen has been pretty quiet since he came into relief back in the first inning for Chase Taylor, who had a rough outing in his start tonight for Alameda. Already behind the count 2-0. Smallsley looking at that one as it hits just off the corner for a strike. TJ Smallsley reached on the fielder's choice in the first inning, flew out to right field in the second, but he did come around to score the lone time he's reached base. But he's going to reach base for a second time tonight as he hits a single out in the left field to lead off the inning.
James Bose.
Oh, here comes James Bose.
Your hand.
He is 1 for 2 on the game. And also another thing to note, Legends fans, James Bose was elected our Legends Player of the Week this week, more like the hitter of the week after the strong performance that he had all last week for the Legends. Yeah, but James Bose, as the kids would say these days, that he's been him at the plate so far for the team. Having a great summer here. And it's a shock to me that no team has decided to try to go after him in the portal, as all comers are welcome. And especially for the way that these players are promoting themselves to other schools. Like, they'll post their highlight tapes on Twitter. As the highlight tapes do help with the exposure in many ways. James Bose found that one off at the plate, still staying alive here. And along with our hitter of the week, with James Bose being it, going 6 for 16 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored, as well as also getting the pitcher of the week honor for the Legends, was Ray Hernandez, who we talked to in our pregame rundown, where Ray Hernandez in his first start last week went 7 innings, 1.29 ERA, and an 86 whip with 7 strikeouts, as he put together a good, solid first outing in the 14-2 win against the San Luis Obispo Blues for the Legends. But Bose goes down on the strikeout that time with 1 away.
Now to bat, Will Robbins.
Now here comes Will Robbins. Will Robbins hit an RBI single during the 5-run first inning. His last time up, or excuse me, his first time up of the game, as he reached on an error back in the second inning, his last time up. Crescenzio keeping a close eye there at Smallsley at first. It's a long look, delivers home. This is just a little bit outside. Called a ball. Count is now 2-0. Robbins looking at that one as a strike, so count now goes to 2-1. Robbins fighting that one off, got jammed a little bit, but it's going to dunk into center field for a base hit. Going for third is Smallsley, but the throw is in time, and he is out. Dominic Nahar showing off the hose there and able to get Smallsley from advancing another base on the single from Robbins. And with that, there will be 2 gone.
Now to bat, Will Anderson.
Oh, there was 1 out. No runs.
And now that'll bring up Will Anderson with 2 away. And a runner at first, and Will Robbins now. So Will Anderson singled back in the first, came around and scored, and also reached base on a fielder's choice.
You're the guy who stops somebody before you get balls. It's just the streamy seat's always like that. Really? Yeah. And now you have to like reset the. That's hilarious. No, I don't ever use it. Why am I watching it now? I thought there's some light songs. That's so annoying.
Count 1-0. Stenzio able to hit outside for a strike. Excuse me, Anderson was actually an out last time up as he singled out to left field, and it's going to roll past Ryland as he made no effort at trying to get it. Robbins is going to round third. He's being waved home. Anderson's going to try to stretch that into a triple. Oh, and he overruns the bag, but he's still safe. You can see Lucas Townsend at third trying to tell him to slide as he calls time to get up, and he's laughing it off. But nonetheless, Will Anderson with a big hit as he's able to leg out the RBI triple to make it now 7-0. Will Anderson, not the fastest runner in the world, but did turn on the Jets. You see Townsend trying to tell him to slide. He was trying to run. But that hit that Anderson sent out to left, Ben Ryland didn't play it very well, as he kind of just let the ball roll past him and go all the way to the wall, which was enough for Robbins to score from first, who also isn't a speed threat on the base paths.
I think there's 2 outs.
And now with 2 outs now, that's going to bring out Quincy Villa, who can extend this lead for the Legends.
Oh, it says 7. It says 7.
Be able to count on him at 1-0. Where Stenzio delivers a strike and loses his hat on that pitch, making it 1-1. Anderson is still kind of laughing off, overrunning the bag at third over there. He checked the swing, but fouled it at the plate. I'm sure Giants fans should be excited tonight as they will be seeing the debut of Rafael Devers. Man, again, talk about a lot of action happening in the baseball world in the past 48 hours, where we saw the blockbuster trade with the Giants acquiring Rafael Devers from the Boston Red Sox. Yesterday, we saw a 19-strikeout no-hitter in the College World Series from Arkansas, who knocked out Cinderella Murray State. Murray State with their first appearance to Omaha in program history, but faced a sad inning getting no-hitted on by Gage Wood of the Razorbacks. And also the last big headline was Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm sorry, Giants fans, you may have to cover your ears for this one, but Shohei Ohtani returning to the mound for the first time in about a year and a half almost, as he went 2 innings last night for L.A. It's the Dodgers starting up a series against the Padres after holding on to first place in the NL West against the rival Giants. We have an exciting week of baseball to look forward to, especially with the Giants going to be seeing the Red Sox this upcoming weekend at Oracle Park in the city. Villa with the count on 1-2. Crescenzio will stay in the game after warming up. Ground ball to short. Villa, tried to leg out the throw from short at first, but gets thrown out. And that was a bang-bang play that time as Jace Jeremiah was able to get out the glove quickly to retire the side. But a runner left on, but the Legends do get an extra run on 3 hits that inning thanks to the RBI triple from Will Anderson. That is now a 7-0 lead for Menlo Park as we will move to the 5th frame halfway home here in San Mateo.
Oh my god, bro. I've seen bad takes on both sides of people saying like, oh, he was released by the Giants. Right. And like, oh, like I'm really against me. Yeah, it's not like it's I think it's probably like this. I think it was a good trade for both sides, but I think that the Giants are because he's those are the top 10 hitter. Right. Because some guys haven't got pitchers yet. And we basically only gave up Kyle Harrison. Like Harrison has a high ceiling, but I don't think it's like what percentage chance when you give it to Harrison? Really low.
We're here in the 5th inning, top half, as Legends able to add on an extra run. Now extending their lead by 7 runs as the Merchants still trying to get the goose eggs off the board here as the Legends have been pitching very well tonight, especially with the start against Diego Menjivar and Jesse Moore pitching a solid inning in relief as he will come out for his 2nd inning of work. So he will see Ben Ryland is going to lead things off. He looks at a first pitch strike. Ben Ryland is 1 for 2 on the game with a single and the fly out to right. Also has a stolen base as well to go with it. The 0-1 missed way outside for ball 1. Count goes even.
Scoreboard 1-1. Dude, you have to be on scoreboard. No, don't announce the thing too late.
The 1-1 pitch. And bounced low in the dirt. Ball 2.
Oh no, I was doing this. Let's see, leave it. It's 2-1. This team will work scoreboard. Just leave this out.
There's 2-1 pitch. Oh, Moore able to put in a nice curve that time, getting the count even to 2-2. Fouled off over to the left. It's going to go just over past the Merchants bullpen. That Legends bullpen has been pretty chill for the most part. And Nick Sanzeri trying to keep his arms rested, especially with the week that they have. But then again, this is an opportunity for the bullpen of the Legends to accumulate some good innings, especially against the opponents they have coming up, especially with the Crawdads, who possess one of the top offenses in the league. They will see them tomorrow. There's call, strike 3, hits the inside part, and Ryland couldn't believe it. One away. As Ryland gets handed the backwards K for out number 1. Jace Jeremiah is going to come back up to the dish. He is 1 for 2 himself with a single and strikeout looking in the 3rd. He's in there for a called strike. A one hit on the ground, the second. Picked up by Filter, and a strike over to first for out number 2. Jesse Moore continuing to look pretty good here in relief.
Now for that, Emmett Feeney.
And I'll say this for Jesse Moore, folks. This is a guy that is deserving to continue his collegiate career. As we're seeing here in the state of California, many different programs have dropped baseball. Jesse Moore School, Sonoma State, losing their baseball program this season. And you also have San Francisco State also losing their baseball program this season. Then there's Academy of Art having dropped all their sports. But there's been a college sports exodus happening up and down California with schools having to cut programs. And, thank God for the transfer portal in today's day and age, because it's allowed players to not worry so much about trying to make the move to another school and missing out on a year due to previous transfer rules. But things are looking up in a positive way, and I know that it is controversial to sometimes talk about the positives of the transfer portal, but when you have a situation that Jesse Moore has been in, this is a guy that's living in a good time right now. As Feeney was about to make the jog down to first, but he'll stay put. On the count's 3-1 now. Three ones hit out in the right center as it's going to get over the head of Filter. That's going to be a base hit for Feeney to keep the inning going.
Now to bat, Cy Turner.
Here comes Cy Turner now. This is his third plate appearance, as he was hit by a pitch in the first inning and flew out to right. And Moore making a move over to first. Yeah, but even with the success of the mentioned programs who had their teams dropped after the season, it is kind of tough for the landscape of college sports in California. Of course, the D1 schools, they'll be doing just fine, but some of the D2s and the D3s and even the NAIAs, the fate is still TBD for them. But we're hoping that, better days can come for those kind of programs to be able to continue to provide opportunities for student athletes. More with the 0-1. Well, that one goes right behind Cy Turner at the plate. Turner hardly flinched to that one. One fouled off. Moore delivers with the breaking pitch inside for strike 3. Cy Turner disagreeing with that call there, but that's going to end the inning as Jesse Moore gets 2 batters looking on strikes that time as he puts together another solid scoreless inning for the Legends as they continue to keep it going. Still a 7-0 game, moving to the bottom of the 5th. Oh.
Ruben Rivera.
Now pitching, Ruben Rivera.
Crypto invest Bitcoin liked our post, guys.
Can you ask him for a sponsorship?
I was about to say that.
Could use the money. Especially this crypto money.
Now to bat, Dane Mose.
Here in the bottom of the fifth, Menlo Park lead the Merchants 7-0 as Dane Mose, Deuce Filter, and Isaiah Landry are due up. It's the bottom three for the Legends as new arm coming out of the bullpen for the Merchants as Ruben Rivera will come on the pitch in relief for Dom Crescenzio, who will call the night. There's a first pitch fastball coming out the hands of Rivera. Ruben Rivera right at home as he is set to become an incoming redshirt sophomore here at College of San Mateo. Comes from Danville and went to high school at San Ramon Valley. I missed outside for ball one. Before Rivera came over to CSM, he initially enrolled at San Joaquin Delta, another JUCO powerhouse here in the Bay Area. But he had the red shirt after being on the mend for 13 months recovering from Tommy John surgery before he transferred over here to San Mateo. Now fully healthy and highly motivated, with his fastball ticking up to 88 and 89 miles per hour, Rivera is poised to log quality innings for the Merchants this summer. And as his sights on returning or trying to get to Division I baseball in the near future. The 1-2 is fouled off by Most. And just to talk a little bit about junior college baseball, even though it does get overlooked at times, you still can't underestimate the talent that there is in the JUCO ranks. As you look at the Legend squad, about close to 70% of the roster are either former JUCO guys or current JUCO guys. But it does provide great opportunity for players that probably didn't get enough exposure coming out of high school, nor was there opportunities to continue going to a 4-year because of an unforeseen injury that they've had to deal with or an unforeseen situation financially with the limiting college baseball scholarships that are out there these days. But you never want to sleep on JUCO baseball by any means. I mean, shoot. Think about guys like Bryce Harper, who went to College of Southern Nevada, top JUCO. Guy went first overall. So even Bryce Harper took advantage of the JUCO route himself when he didn't really have to. As Dane Most able to work the leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the fifth.
Now to bat, Russell Deuce Filter.
Here comes Deuce Filter. Come back up to the plate for the third time tonight as he walked and had a sacrifice bunt. in the third inning. First pitch to Filter missed low for a ball. And just occurring up the roads from us, about a few minutes drive, at Oracle Park, Rafael Devers is making his first at-bat for the Giants as that pitch gets away from Mendoza behind the plate, goes to the backstop as that will advance most over to second. Yeah, an exciting night in San Francisco as Giants fans will get to see the debut of Rafael Devers. So high hopes on the rise for the Giants. Of course, Buster Posey now being the new GM, the former Giants legend, as he's not toned it down at all, as he's making big moves in his early career as the general manager. 2-0 hits the corner for strike one. It was a good pitch there by Ruben Rivera. And I'm sure the guys that we're seeing out here one day have Major League aspirations of themselves. The CCL has produced a pretty good number of big-time Major Leaguers that have went on to have successful careers. Yeah, this Wood Bat League has been a proving ground for many players on the West Coast and many players from all across the country over the years, folks. Think about guys like Chris Davis. You know, he's had some great years playing for the Oakland A's. As you could say, for the least, he had his best careers or best seasons of his career with the Oakland A's. Dylan Tate, he was a first rounder out of UC Santa Barbara a few years back. Ryan Healy, solid role player from the Mariners. Even have a few World Series champions mixed in there, like Kyle Hendricks, won the World Series with the Chicago Cubs. And guys like Josh Young won the World Series with the Texas Rangers a few years back. And even some of the big local names to come out here, like Daniel Susac, who went on to be drafted by the A's. You also have Andrew Vaughn, who's a standout during his time playing at Cal, now with the White Sox. Even just down the road from us, who split his time between Cal and Menlo Park, Lucas Urseg, now playing for the Kansas City Royals. He spent some time in the CCL. Hopefully we can see some of these players on the Legend Squad one day reach it to the majors so they can add their name to the Major League alumni list in the California Collegiate League. As we get a ball called on Ruben Rivera, he did not come set. As that will advance Dane Most and Deuce Filter 90 feet. So Most will go to third, Filter goes to second. So Isaiah Landry has two runners in scoring position as he's looking to add on to his great performance tonight, as he has two RBIs on two singles. Here comes the 1-1 to him. A missed outside for a ball, goes to 2-1 now. For the Merchants who joined the CCL last season, they are slotted as an affiliate team of the league. So there's a high pop-up hit by Landry behind home plate. So Mendoza ran out of room, goes out of play just beyond the netting. It was now 2-2 for Landry. 2-2's fouled off by Landry, goes the other way. And for a long time, the California Collegiate League has always been considered one of the top 10 college summer wood bat leagues in the nation, especially when you think about the Cape Cod League out on the East Coast, Northwoods League, another big-time league here in the States for college players during the summer, Coastal Plain League. I mean, the list goes on, but the CCL does stand out themselves, especially when you consider the location and everything involved. And it was even noted that there was a few CCL alums pitching in the College World Series this week, or playing in the College World Series this week, I should say. Not just pitchers, but hitters. Landry sends that one foul. Count stays at 3-2. Of course, for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who the Legends will be seeing tomorrow evening, they had two of their former players currently playing in Omaha at the moment. You got Ryder Helfrich with Arkansas, Jacob Krieg for Oregon State. As Landry going down on strikes there, swinging and missing, not able to win the duel against Rivera. There's one gone here in the bottom of the fifth, as we'll go back to the top of the order for Tucker Beal. Yeah, I'm sure for the guys that are going to be going D1 for Menlo Park, they also have aspirations to hopefully get their school to the College World Series, as Beal hits that one out to left field. It's going to be enough to score most. Holding up at third is Filter, but Tucker Beal will deliver with an RBI single to pad on to the lead, making it now 8-0. So the hits just keep on coming as the Alameda Merchants pitching staff tonight are getting a lesson from the School of Hard Knocks, and the teachers being the Menlo Park Legends. So Filter will advance to third on that RBI single by Beal, as that's going to bring out TJ Smallsley. On Beal sneaking his way over to second, as he will steal the base without an attempt from Mendoza. Mendoza's just going to give him the bag that time, and looked like Ruben Rivera wasn't even concerned about Beal over there, as Beal had the quietness of a cat burglar on that stolen base attempt. That does make the job a little bit more easier for Smallsley with two runners in scoring position, as the Legends are looking to hopefully make this a 10-run game, trying to put the Merchants out of their misery here. There isn't an arm warming up in the Merchants bullpen at the moment. A fastball from Rivera missing high for ball two. Two one pitch hit out into center field. It's going to fall in for a hit. One run is in. That's Filter. Holding up and hitting the brakes at third will be Beal. But TJ Smallsley delivering with back-to-back RBI singles, as Beal and Smallsley able to move some runs in, as that now makes it 9-0. But that's going to bring up a big hitter in James Bose. James Bose currently 1 for 3 tonight. Did have that RBI double back in the first inning. Bose swinging, missing through the first pitch that time. But the Legends have scored in every inning with the exception of one, as they were held scoreless in the bottom half of the second. But the offense has showed up. And not only have they showed up, but they showed up in a big way after the lack of run support they were able to provide in the Stompers series for the pitching on the Sunday doubleheader. One gets away, and it should be enough for Beal to score, and it will, as he will come in on the wild pitch, as we now have a 10-run output by Menlo Park here tonight. Beal comes in to score on the wild pitch to now make it a 10-0 game. James Bowes still has an opportunity to still get an RBI out of this at bat, as Smallsley was able to advance to second on that pitch. Here comes the 2-1. That one misses outside and pops out of the glove of Mendoza. Count goes now to 3 balls and 1 strike. With that 10th run coming across, this becomes the 3rd game of the season where the Legends have scored double-digit runs. Both swings, but pops it foul out of play. Count now runs full. And just to give you the score line here, so we continue to progress through the bottom of the 5th. The Merchants, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. The Legends, 10 runs, 14 hits, no errors. It's been a pretty clean game played by the Legends here tonight in San Mateo. It's been the opposite for the Merchants, however, as James Bose will draw the walk. So the inning continues to prolong here. So we're going to get a mound visit here. But that's probably going to buy some time for an arm to get loose in Alameda's bullpen, as the Merchants are on the verge of bringing in a 4th pitcher tonight. It's been one of those days for him on the mound. So when you talk about a bright side for Alameda, there's not really any bright sides to think of, especially with the sun setting and the sun coverage starting to fade away on the field here. Again, CSN Baseball Field does not have lights, so if this game were to go into the late hours where it would be too dark to play, it could get called early. Well, with 1 out here, Smallsley at second, Bose at first. That's going to bring up Will Robbins. He's having a good night himself, as he is 2 for 3, reaching base all 3 times, as he has 2 singles with an RBI and reached base on an error. Robbins swings at the first pitch, sending it down the right field line in foul territory. Running over to make the catch is Turner, but it's going to be enough for Smallsley to tag up from second, going to third. They hurry to get the throw back in. And Bose did not tag on the sac fly there, so he stays put at first base. The sac fly does give Alameda the second out of the inning.
Will Anderson.
Now here comes Will Anderson. Will Anderson 2 for 3 on the night. He has a single, an RBI triple, and reached on a fielder's choice. But is looking to do more here with 2 out and runners at the corners. As he takes the first pitch he sees from Rivera low for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Well, that one runs in, and that forces Anderson to move out the way. Now goes to 2-0 on him. You see the Legends dugout kind of, cheering on Anderson, telling them to wear it even with a 10-run lead. There, Anderson wants to protect his body at all costs. So look at the 2-0. That one misses low. Count now goes to 3 balls and no strikes. We'll see if Anderson gets the green light here to swing away. And 10-run lead, 2 outs. Why not? Instead, he'll take ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for the Legends.
Now to bat, Quincy Villa.
So Quincy Villa coming in here in a big spot here to really add more salt to the wound to the Merchants. They have been stranded out in the middle of the ocean without a paddle the whole night. Villa taking a look at a first pitch strike with the fastball. Smallsley at third, Bose at second, Anderson at first, Quincy Villa at the bat. The 0-1, he takes it low and inside. The good stop there by Mendoza, but the count goes even 1-1. Big swing by Villa, but not able to make contact. And goes to 2 strikes. If Rivera's not able to get Villa, this could be the end for him. It's that arm in the Merchants bullpen waiting to see if he'll get some action here. Ruben Rivera is 1 pitch away from getting out of the jam. And a swing and a miss as Quincy Villa goes down to retire the side. But the Legends put up an extra 3 in the bottom half of the 5th on 2 hits, as we will now move to the 6th inning as Legends extend their lead 10-0 here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Oh, no, like, ooh. Oh, is there a giveaway on Saturday? Give? Not here. We don't do giveaways. Oh no. On Saturday, it's a camo hat giveaway.
Where's that? Where'd he go?
We're here in the top of the 6th. About to get ready with Mateo Mendoza coming up to the dish now. As he will look at first pitch strike coming out of the hands of Jesse Moore, who comes back out for another inning of work. Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball, and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today as the ultimate spot to train like a legend. Big thanks to our sponsor, Kips Sports Cars, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kips in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. Count now 1-2 on Mendoza. Jesse Moore has been looking good tonight after relieving for Diego Menjivar, who put together a good outing in his first start with the Legends on the summer. But the bullpen has definitely turned a 180 compared to how they looked in the series against Sonoma. They have been keeping the Merchants' bats silent all night. As Mateo Mendoza goes down on the check swing for strike 3. So Jesse Moore has his third strikeout in this outing. Now coming up is Angelo Luna.
Now batting, Angelo
Luna on the night, he's 1 for 1. He has a single and he reached base on a walk. The 0-1 from Moore. He pounds the zone with the fastball. Count goes to 0-2. It's the 0-2 from Moore. Well, that one runs. He misses with the curveball and it hits Luna in the back. Or actually, excuse me, there's a pinch hitter up at the plate for the Merchants. As the pinch hitter was actually Fabian Gomez, so excuse me there on the confusion for those at home. TC Fairfield making late changes here. So Fabian Gomez was hit by a pitch that time, and he will reach base. Now Caleb Latimer. Caleb Latimer will come up to the plate now as he has walked twice in this game. A big swing and a miss by him. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, I didn't know it was pitcher.
Jesse Moore. It's the count even 1-1. On a breaking pitch, Latimer swings through it that time. Jesse Moore trying to get strikeout number 4 here. See if he can get it. And delivers the hard fastball missing outside. The count goes even at 2-2. A half swing, but home plate umpire Gus Gardova says he went around. And it's going to be strike 3 as everybody was confused on the count there. Now Chase Dittmer come up to the plate here. Chase Dittmer reached base only once tonight, but popped out to the shortstop, Tucker Beal, in his last AB. Gets away from Robbins. He misplays it, and hustling down over to first is Gomez. He will slide in. You ruled that a stolen base for him. So Dittmer, ahead in the count 2-0. I want to remind folks, make sure to tune in tomorrow here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network as the Legends will be facing the first place team in the CCL North, the Walnut Creek Crawdads, for the first time this season. It should be a good matchup to witness as we'll be welcoming the Crawdads for the first time this summer. There's ball 4 as Dittmer works the walk, so the inning will continue. So that's going to put runners at first and second.
Now batting Dominic Major.
There comes Dominic Nahar. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a single. It's been like that for most of the Alameda hitters tonight. When he takes one right, or it actually looked like it didn't hit Nahar. The way that pitch looked from our angle, it looked like it got him in the back, but looked like it didn't. And you can see Gus Cardova starting to lose his patience with the Merchants dugout. TC Fairfield was questioning to see if that one hit Nahar. We heard a thud, but we weren't sure if it was Nahar's back or if it was just a pop of the glove of Will Robbins. Nonetheless, the count is 1-0. I was it on the ground on a sliding stop there by Bose. Gets up on the first in time to get the out. As well, Anderson had to hit the splits to keep the ball from going behind him, but that's going to end the inning. 2 runners left on base for the Merchants. Still not able to do anything there as they have been kept scoreless through 6. We'll go to the bottom half with the score 10-0 Legends.
It's Ethan Stout. Yeah.
Played about 2.5 hours here in San Mateo tonight as the Legends are on a rout here against the Merchants of 10-0 as we're now here in the bottom of the 6th. The bottom 3 will be due up for Menlo Park. It will be Most, Filter, and Landry. Actually, instead it'll be Most, Feliciano, who will be pinch hitting for Filter, and then Landry. The new pitcher on the mound for the Merchants as now coming in is Ethan Stout. So as he will relieve for Ruben Rivera. And so Emilio Feliciano waits on deck for the Legends. He will come on to pinch hit here tonight. And Ethan Stout, incoming redshirt junior at Ottawa University of Arizona. It's the NAIA school. Ground ball over to short. fielded by Jeremiah. He gets the out over the first.
Now batting, number 0, Emilio Feliciano.
Fabian Gomez, who pinch hit for Angelo Luna in the top half of the 6th, is now at first base. There comes Emilio Feliciano, coming up in a pinch hitting situation here. He hits at the first pitch, but grounds it over to third. Throwing across the diamond is Dittmer for out number 2.
Number 32, Isaiah Landry.
Isaiah Landry coming to the dish now. He's been having a pretty solid night, 2 for 3. Has 2 RBI singles, but struck out the last time up in the bottom half of the 5th. Ethan Stout delivering home with the breaking pitch and misses for a ball. Stout was actually at Ohlone for a second as he started in the JUCO ranks. He actually split time between both Ohlone and Gavilan College. Even played some summer ball in the West Coast League with the South Bay Storm and the Kamloops Northpaws. There's a strike on the fastball. Count now goes 2-1 strike. Ethan Stout played his high school ball at California High in San Ramon. There's another fastball by Stout across for strike 2. Stout trying to look for the 1-2-3 inning. That one missed just a little bit low for ball 3, so the count runs full. Lander just barely found that one off. He'll stay in there. During Stout's closing of his high school career, he put up a 3-0 win-loss record with a 3.25 ERA, 31 strikeouts, and 23 2/3 innings pitched. There's ball 4 for Landry, so he'll make the jog down to first to keep the inning going. Now we go back to the top of the order for Tucker Beal. Tucker Beal delivered with an RBI single and a 3-run bomb half of the 5th, his last time up. Looks at first pitch strike from Stout. Inside, low and in. Remember one day I was coming to the field before a game, so Tucker Beal was getting this tan on in front of the dugout, just chilling in a lounge chair well before the game. Hey, we're in California, so it's the perfect place to work on your tan. Again, he's not bodybuilding, so he's not like he's using the spray can, the tan. But I will say this for Tucker Beal, knowing that he's going to Akron in the fall and, being someone that's gone through the state of Ohio, don't expect a lot of sunlight while he's out there. Here's the 2-2. Beal fights that one off, gets off the netting. Ethan Stout will reset. Bring on the 2-2 again. Oh, almost hit Beal. Had to lean back a little bit and see Rex a smile. Well, the count goes full for him. Again, it's been one of those games where everybody stayed loose. There's Stout going to bring home the payoff. Oh, and a big swing and a miss to be able to go down on strikes to end the inning. Only one runner left on, but nothing doing for the Legends in their bottom half of the sixth. We will go to the seventh frame, about a third of the way home here in San Mateo, as you're tuned in to Menlo Park Legends Baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. 10-0, Legends in front.
I got no film in fucking one.
What is that? Oh, it's Alan Gaber.
Now pitching, Alan Gaber. You guys want something?
Look at this guy. I'm good, man.
What do you want? Yes, sir. Dude, arms hanging. Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, that was fine.
Dude, I was like sick, bro. Like, I didn't even know.
When does Nick let you guys know like who's starting?
Usually the night before. Like, he let me know the night before. Which is weird, because this is my first start since high school.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Usually out of the pen.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Does that feel weird at all?
Yeah, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, usually I was like, because there's so much weight. Usually, like, I just wait forever.
Hey man, we're taking the field. Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, it was weird.
I can't see on warm-ups. The last guy? I can't see those yet.
Okay.
You're in the top of the seventh as Jesse Moore's evening is finished, as coming in relief for him will be Alan Gaber. So Alan Gaber will get some reps in here, put together a solid inning. As due up for the Merchants will be Ben Ryland, Jace Jeremiah, and Emmett Feeney. And also some substitutions being made out in the field for the Legends, as now playing left field Gavin Shaddix. Over in center field is Charlie Degler. Behind the dish at catcher now is Ryan Cartwright, and at second base is Emilio Feliciano. The first pitch to Ryland misses for a ball. Well, it's been a while since we've seen Charlie Degler. 1-0 from Gaber, missing outside for Ryland. So Ryland is 1 for 3 on the night. He singled back in the first inning, but the rest of the night hasn't really been much to write home about. He flew out to right field in the second and struck out looking in the fifth. Gaber still trying to find the strike zone here, down in the count 3-0. He's going to have to work his way back here. The Legends, in the bottom half of the sixth, were only able to have their second scoreless inning of the night. Rio missed high for ball 4. Ryland leads off the inning with a leadoff walk. Looks like we're going to get a mound visit here. He's Nick Sinzeri walking out to try to talk with him. And I know the one thing that Nick Sinzeri's been trying to help Gaber with is his confidence coming in relief. You know, Gaber, he's had to deal with a few injuries in his JUCO career, as he saw, never really see any action at all at his respective college and College of the Desert, JUCO. So this summer is going to be some time for him to prove his worth, prove his salt here. That was a quick convo. So Gabriel will stay on the rubber. Next hitter that he will see will be Jace Jeremiah. Fellow Johnny that I had the privilege to know for a short time before I graduated from St. John's. So Jace Jeremiah, he started out at the JUCO ranks as he's a Peninsula kid as he went to junior college at Skyline just up the road in San Bruno before heading out to the East Coast to play for St. John's. He was on a Big East regular season and conference winning team for the Johnnies. St. John's making a return back to the NCAA regionals last season. Jace Jeremiah was a solid contributor to that deep run that the team made. They were able to get another trophy in the trophy case back at the school. Oh, Gaber finds himself in another 3-0 hole here. Jace Jeremiah is 1 for 3 on the night as he singled as well in the first. Struck out looking in the third and grounded out to second base in the fifth. Gaber still trying to throw his first strike since coming out of the bullpen. And he's able to get it that time, delivering hard with the fastball. Really all Gaber has to do here is just play catch. Three-one runs in for ball 4. So it's back-to-back walks given up by Gaber. Now here comes another mound visit by Nick Sanzari, and it looked like that would be it for Gaber. This is the second time. He's going to give the hook to Gaber. Oh, back-to-back walks, and Gaber's night will have a short outing. He's still going to be greeted by his legend teammates at the dugout as we're going to take another quick break here, but we will give you the rundown of the new arm coming out of the pen for Menlo Park.
I don't think this is Walker's song, but if it's not. No, it's not. If this should be his logo. It should be. He's from Mexico.
He's from Mexico, yeah.
Monterrey.
And Eldridge and Luciano homer today. Crazy. Let me see. I know he's hitting like I think he's hitting like 260 with like a couple bombs. He's swinging it pretty well.
Francisco Alea will be coming out of the bullpen for the Legends, and he's usually the closer, but this time around he might be just getting some innings of rep as Alan Gaber got the early hook. Francisco Alea come in here in the top of the 7th with runners at first and second, still nobody out. Now Emmett Feeney coming up to the plate. He struck out looking twice tonight and also singled. But for Francisco Alea, for those that don't know, he hails from Monterrey, Mexico. He attends school at Alvin Community College in Alvin, Texas. For those that may not know, the town of Alvin, Texas, is a town renowned as the hometown of Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan, as well as World Series champion and hard thrower Nathan Eovaldi. Alea is in a place of pitching excellence. Whereas Alvin Community College has had some solid years in the JUCO ranks. Here's the 2-1. The fastball runs inside on Feeney for ball 3. Oh, temperature is starting to fall here as we're getting late in the evening. It's about 20 minutes away from hitting the 3-hour mark in this game. That one's popped up. It's going to be playable. Will Anderson calling everybody off as he will make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, Sai Turner.
Outside Turner will come up now. He struck out looking back in the 5th inning, his last AB. Turner fouling off the first pitch. Yeah, it sounded like Leia. He made a mistake that time as he grunted there. Or it might have sounded like an expletive from him on the mound. He's up ahead, 2 strikes. And he gets Turner swinging and missing through that one. Turner thought it was a drop third strike, but it was caught by Cartwright at the plate. There's 2 away. Now we're getting a pinch hitter coming up for Mateo Mendoza in his spot. Be a ball for ball 1. One-0 missed outside, goes to 2-0. Runs in, count now goes to 3-0. Leia trying to battle his way back. Don't want to risk putting him on. There's a strike. Rose now count is now 3-1. Is lined out in the right field. It's going to fall in for a hit. Everybody's going to hold up. That throw almost gets away as it went to the cutoff man, Anderson. It's going to get out. So it's a 2-out single for the Merchants. Advancing to third on that hit was Ryland.
It's bases loaded.
And now the base is loaded. It's going to bring up Fabian Gomez, who comes back up for the second time tonight. And the base is loaded with 2 out. Leah missing just a little bit outside to Gomez for a ball. And that was Frank Zapata who came on a pinch hit in the spot of Mateo Mendoza. So excuse us for the late update on that pinch hitter. So Frank Zapata at first, as he was the one that hit the single to keep the inning alive. Oh, it counts 1-1 on Gomez. On Miss Low for ball 2. Liam missing with the changeup there. And Frank Zapata, he's a high school grad from San Francisco. There's a ground ball over to short. Beal's going to play it. He'll race over to second base to beat Zapata to the bag to end the inning. So 3 are left on for the Merchants. They still can't get the run across as they have been shut out through 7 so far tonight. As this stretch time here in San Mateo, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 10-0 Legends.
Am I allowed to put like you know how in between like hitters they'll be like, let's go.
That's what I go for, man.
That's fine. I used to have to play this.
Hey, I got him right. Yeah, Charlie, he came in substitution in the field. So, yeah. Bottom of the 7th, as we will get some new legends come up to the plate for the first time tonight, as Charlie Degler will lead off the bottom half. Ethan Stout is still out there. Degler looking at ball 1 low. So have another pinch hitter waiting in the on-deck circle, waiting to get a turn at the plate tonight for the Legends. It's been an offensive showcase as they have been putting on a clinic at the plate, scoring 10 runs on 14 hits. We have Austin Rabago waiting on deck, batting in the spot of James Bose. That pitch gets away. Now counts 3-0 on Degler. And he'll take ball 4 and get on. So there's speed on the base pass there. Now Austin Rabago will come in to pinch hit for James Bose. And Austin Rabago currently in the transfer portal at the moment. Trying to look for a new home after playing 3 seasons at Hendrix College at the D3 level in Arkansas, where he was an all-conference player this season. He's going to look at a first pitch strike from Stout. Just to recap everybody on how this game has gone, it's really only been one-sided. It's been all Legends, as they had a 5-run first inning, as they were able to put up 6 hits in the first part of the game. And they add on a run in the third and 1 in the fourth as well. to make it a 7-0 game, and then they had another big inning where they brought in 3 runs coming in to score. And on the pitching side, Diego Menjivar, who started the game, was solid, going 3 1/3. That one bounces high straight to the backstop. It's going to be enough for Degler to move over to second base. Count now 1-2 on Verbago. We have Diego Menjivar, Jesse Moore, Alan Gaper, and Francisco Lea have all pitched so far tonight and have kept the Merchants off the board. So not only has it been a hitting display, but it's also been a pitching display for the guys. So Verbago's going to go down looking at strike 3. That was a fastball that hit the corner. And the Merchants will have a lot to build on going into tomorrow, as they will face the first place CCL North Division Walnut Creek Crawdads. They'll be welcoming the division leaders into San Mateo. As for the Merchants, they'll look to bounce back as they will run it back a few miles north of us in San Bruno, as they will be seeing the Seagulls once again for will be one of 2 games they will play against them this week. Here's Ryan Cartwright now at the plate. He came in substitution for Will Robbins the last inning. He swings and misses at the high fastball. Goes high and in for strike 2. So Nick Sanzeri using the bench here. Getting some guys some at-bats, especially with how the game has been starting to look. That one's foul down the third baseline. Stout will reset, takes a look at Degler, but doesn't look like he's going to run. The breaking pitch, another strikeout goes for Stout. Now here comes Will Anderson. He will be coming up to the plate for the 5th time tonight. Will Anderson singled, came around, scored in the first, reached base on a fielder's choice, but was recorded an out, however, to end the inning. And he also hit an RBI triple in the 4th and walked his last time up in the 5th. On that pitch looked pretty good from Stout, but the umpire says otherwise. There's a ball. Count goes 1-0. It's bouncing the dirt. Goes 2-0. Frank Zapata now a catcher, as he came on a pinch hit for Mateo Mendoza in the last inning as he singled when he had that pinch hitting opportunity. Here's the 2-0. Anderson looking at that one. It's just a strike that just hits inside. Stout with the 2-1. Swing and a miss by Anderson when chasing for that one. Counts now even on him at 2-2. Stout looking to strike out the side in this inning after surrendering a walk to Charlie Degler, who's still waiting at second. A breaking pitch, foul tipped by Anderson as he will go down on strike 3. So Ethan Stout striking out the side, which has pretty much been the lone highlight of the Merchants all night, as we will go to the 8th inning, stand 10-0 here in San Mateo.
want those? Oh, yes, sir. That's disgusting. There was one where I threw like a fastball super slow, and the kid swung around and like fell on the ground.
No, Mercy Road?
No.
I don't think so.
No, we play through. We play 9.
Yeah, it should be, but it's not.
There was a pitch that I threw that was a fastball, literally like 81 miles an hour. My arm was so tired, and he like swung around and like fell on the ground.
It's like a change up.
10-0 Legends here in the top of the 8th. As today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball, and now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsor, Kips Sports Cars, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cars, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kips in downtown Los Altos and tell them the legend sent you. Francisco Lea comes back out for another inning as he continues to put together a solid outing in relief, keeping the score where it is.
Oh, he doesn't have a. He doesn't have what he calls it a splitter, not a changeup.
He's a splitter and change.
I'll say tomorrow morning or tonight. Because which one's better? What am I doing with that?
I think that's a splitter.
There's a ball that misses, 2-1. As pinch hitting is Vicente Feliciano. Vicente Feliciano batting in the spot of Caleb Latimer. The ground ball to first, grabbed by Anderson. It'll toss over to Lea, who will step on the bag to cover for the out. Oh, Feliciano is out via the 3-1 putout. Now here's Chase Dittmer stepping in the box here. It's only reached base 2 times tonight. Rolls over that one, hits on the ground at third. It's picked up by Rabago. Long throw across the diamond, and they are able to get the out. 2 quick outs here for Lea. He's been working pretty well. Rabago usually playing in the middle infield, this time playing the hot corner. Here comes Nahar. Missed outside for a ball. Count goes 1-0. And the pitching has been stellar for the Legends here tonight, both starting and bullpen-wise. Great improvement. So I have a lot to look forward to in their matchup tomorrow against the Crawdads, but it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup with them being first place. And there's return to Cinder as Lea picks that one up easily, tossing over the first for the third out. 3 up, 3 down, go the Merchants in the 8th. We'll move on to the bottom of the 8th, still 10-0 here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
I mean, a lot of cow games like
I mean, the pace.
Let it out. Yeah, crap. Yeah.
Just scream.
Yeah.
Gavin Shaddix will get in at bat here in the bottom of the eighth as we're inching closer to home for the Legends to pick up win number 4 in CCL play and to go 7-6 overall. But for the Merchants, they are on the verge of suffering their 4th loss of the season, but will still hold a 500 record. Shaddix sitting that one back to the mound. It'll be easy toss over to first as Chase Dittmer will now get some action on the hilltop here in the 8th. There comes Carter Bleeker now, pinch hitting in the spot of Dane Most. Most wraps up a solid day at the plate, going 2 for 4. And Dittmer wanted the strike call that time, but doesn't get it. There's a strike that time for Dittmer. Count 1-1 on Bleeker. Oh, runs in and clips Bleeker on the jersey. That'll be a hit by pitch for him. It's another base runner that goes for the Legends. So want to follow all things Legends? Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Also, make sure to keep tabs for our social media as well, Legends fans. If you want more baseball on your feed, follow us on Instagram. Catch all the action at Legends_Collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word. Again, it's at Legends Baseball Camps. Here's Emilio Feliciano stepping in the box here. He has to count on him 2-1. Feliciano pinch hit last time up. See, Dittmer, even being a full-time position player, he still doesn't mind getting some action out there on the mound. Especially when you have one of these blowout games where position players will come in and get their reps. That's ball 4 for Feliciano, so he will reach base. Now making it runners at first and second. That'll bring up Isaiah Landry, trying to go for hit number 3 on the night. It's starting to get pretty dark here in San Mateo. So we have lost a bit of sunlight here at the field. And even there is some sunlight starting to fade over beyond the trees out in center field, or out just over the outfield grass. There's a, swing by Landry. He's going to try to run out still, but he will get to first late, and like he's limping down the line here, and that's not a good look, folks. Landry trying to hobble back to the dugout, but kind of having a little bit of trouble doing so. Runners do advance over to second and third, so looks like Landry's going to make it back under his own power, which is a good sign. So hopefully it's not anything too terrible. Here comes Tucker Beal now. Swings and fouls off the first pitch. 2 away. The bottom of the 8th. Tucker Beal has already had a solid day. 2 singles and an RBI. Going 2 for 4. Well, he's going to go 3 for 4. He sends it right back up the middle. as a run will come in to score. That's Bleeker. Holding up at third will be Feliciano. Though Tucker Beal with his second RBI single on the day and his third hit on the day, as that extends the lead now 11-0 for the Legends. Talk about padding the stats here. Now runners at the corners with Charlie Deckler stepping in now. Charlie Deckler worked the walk. His last plate appearance in the 7th. Missed high. Count goes to 2-0. There's no action happening in the Legends bullpen as far as an arm getting loose, so it looks like Francisco Lea will come in to shut the door. Deckler looks at that one. Count goes to 3-0, so Dittmer in a position to possibly load the bases. And he works another walk. So now the bases will be loaded. There comes Austin Rabago.
Yeah. We're up 11, actually.
Here's Austin Rabago. He came in the pinch for Bose, but struck out looking. Bases loaded here. Legends trying to do a little bit more extra. Before the game, the guys were feeling the win, and I was even saying the same thing up here in the booth with my guys. Like, it's a good day to win a baseball game, and looks like that's what the Legends are going to do here. Two 2-0 on Rabago. That one's missed high. Count now goes to 3-0, so Dittmer struggling to find the strike zone. Rabago taking all the way, ball 4, so a run will jog on home via the base on balls. It's now 12-0. And that's Feliciano that comes in to score. Yeah, it's been an off night for the pitching here for the Merchants, as looking down at the score book here. They have allowed 8 walks to the Legends hitters. Cartwright going to add more to the bleeding as he sends a single out to right. Beal coming in the score easily. An RBI single for Cartwright. Now makes it 13-0. Will Anderson is going to step up here. And the bases will still be loaded, so they stay loaded. Diggler is at third. Rabago now at second. And Cartwright now at first for Will Anderson. That pitch gets away from Zapata. And there's a strike there. That might have just been a gift to Dittmer. As if Anderson were to reach base, the Legends would have subliminally batted through the order here. As you have Gavin Shaddix waiting on deck. There's 2 strikes now on Anderson. Dittmer will step off. Here comes the 1-2. Missed away by Dittmer. Anderson tonight has come up to the plate 6 times. He's definitely been getting his reps in for sure. There's a high fly ball hit out to left center. It's going to be the left fielder making the catch to retire the side. So we're going to head to the ninth. Legends looking to shut the door on the Merchants as they put up 3 extra, as it's now a 13-0 game.
Tomorrow I'm doing the music, but I'm gonna get my playlist right. Sound effects.
I have high expectations already.
Gotcha. I used to do the sound effects for my college team.
Oh, fun.
During
Okay.
the
Sick. Okay, sick.
So I used to have
You like
I used to chirp so much.
That's funny.
Like every time there's a strikeout, looking hungry eyes, like hungry eyes.
Yeah. In. Those playlists back then.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it Ben Ryland? No. Who's their number 1?
There.
Ben Sites.
Oh, folks, believe it or not, but we have finally made it to the ninth inning after the Legends put together a 13-run output on the Alameda Merchants as they look to snap their 3-game winning streak, as Francisco Lea will come in to get the 3 outs that the Legends need to get the win, as he will face Ben Sites, the first hitter, who will be pinch hitting in the spot of Nahar. Actually, excuse me, he's pinch hitting in the spot of Ben Ryland. Nolea missing with the first 2 pitches. Start the at-bat. Here comes a 2-0. He puts in a strike that time with the fastball. Ben Sites, another expat from the Sonoma State baseball program. Tomorrow, see the Seagulls once again. It's Leia with the count full. That one's hit out to center field, but is going to stay high enough for Charlie Degler to make a diving catch. What a play there by Degler as he ran in to track that ball down and dived forward to grab it for out number 1. And that's just hard luck there for the Merchants, as it's been that way the whole night. Only able to rack up 6 hits, but nothing to show for it, as it's been Goose Egg City on the scoreboard for him. It's popping up. The pitch there is Jeremiah, and calling him off out from right field is Shaddix for out number 2. So the Merchants down to their last batter here. And now coming up is Ben Giovanetti, hitting in the spot for Emmett Feeney. Giovanetti swinging and missing through the off-speed jump from Leia. And the Legends pitching staff is combined for 10 strikeouts on the night. This ground ball is going to do it, as the throw across the diamond is in time, and that's the ball game, as you could put another Legends W in the books and make it a big one at that. As the Legends come out tonight, they bring the bats with them as they put up 13 runs on 16 hits. And we also saw a strong outing by the pitching as well for the Legends. As I mentioned, during the ground ball play, they struck out 10 Merchant batters at the plate. And that was between Diego Menjivar, Jesse Moore, Alan Gaber, and Francisco Lea, who all came through tonight on the pitching side to shut out the Merchants. This is the first shutout of the season for the Legends. It's definitely something to be excited about, especially for Nick Sanzeri. I'm sure he loves to see his pitchers come through in a big way tonight. But for the Legends, this will be a win that they will take with them going into tomorrow and the next couple of days here at home, as we'll be back tomorrow for a 5 o'clock start against the Walnut Creek Crawdads, as they are the first place team in the CCL North Division. For the Merchants, they will take their loss and face the Seagulls in their next matchup coming up. But we're glad that you could join us for tonight's coverage of Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date for future games, as we will be covering all home games for the Legends this summer. Glad you could join us here. Final line score, Merchants, no runs on 6 hits, 1 error. The Legends, 13 runs on 16 hits and no errors. Final score, 13-0. Legends win it. As we will see you tomorrow here at CSN Baseball Field. This is Philip Hall signing off, saying so long and good night from San Mateo.